What is up, everybody? That is not Kokanoe, that is Launcher. Somebody should make a lychee color for her now that I think about it. She looks more like lychee. But anyway, so here are some things that I think that Launcher could do with for a buff in the game. And one of them is lowering the MP, right? The amount of MP that she uses is actually ridiculous considering she needs MP and her awakening portion to do any good damage to you, blocking or otherwise. So check this out. Her 5M uses 50 meter. Look how much damage you get in chip. That's not a lot. Let's go to guard off. Oh wow, 123. That's like a really good and tight enchantress combo. Interesting. Let's do the 6M. 191, so that one's definitely stronger. But wait, how much MP did it use? It used 70 MP. It uses more MP than her DP does. Her DP is pretty good, by the way, but you have to depend on it. And you have a move which should function as a good anti-air, but doesn't all the time because, well, it's slow to activate if you ask me. And don't even get me started on her 4M, but I feel like we're going to get there shortly. So, what are the strengths of this character? So, in my opinion, the strength of this character is from far range, obviously. You have the Ranger who has his, you know, that shit going on, but you also have that 5S, which seems to go through all that shit, right? You don't even have to worry about it. Then you have her 6S, which while slow will go through all his projectiles. So it's like, yeah, they're very comparable zoners. Obviously she's the slower of the two, which is how it's meant to be, and she's supposed to have heavier hitting attacks, and that makes sense. However, you get outzoned a lot, and that's okay because there are things you can do to prevent that. Again, you know, all of her attacks seem to consume his, and that's completely fine. So I think that she excels at this range. And this range here is pretty interesting because she has a flamethrower. Problem with the flamethrower, though. Let me see. Problem with the flamethrower is you can roll it. And you can't really like hit with the flamethrower itself, and I think that needs to be the first thing that needs to be changed because you're put at such a disadvantage when that happens. Because one, you wasted time. Two, you're not doing anything to like move your match forward. It's actually embarrassing. And the next thing I think needs to be changed is her jumping B. That is actually super tight, and let me see if I could, let me turn the reversal settings on. Let me turn the reversal settings on and see what happens when she jumps in. Hold on. Sorry. Alright, so reversal settings, saved. That's not what I needed, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that. You know? Like, you have to land and block. Like, you cannot advance with this move that should be an advancing move, to be honest. It's actually pretty crazy. Now, you get pretty good plus frames when you hit. Not even pretty good. It's like you hit by the skin of your teeth when you, let me take the reversal settings off. It's like you hit by the skim of your fucking teeth when you do this in the middle of a match. Like, one spare second and you miss this. It's a little crazy. So I would say buff the hit and block stun on this. When I hit you with this, you should be worried about it. Because normally when a character jumps and does a jumping B or a jumping S, you have to take the pressure next. But with her, you don't seem to have to do that. Hold on. Her jumping S, I do like it, but look how tight that is. I should have just got the combo. Why couldn't I have gotten the combo there? And I'm not the best combo fanatic with her, to be honest, but listen to what I'm saying. Like I said, that needs to be buffed. I think this needs to be buffed for combos as well. Now, this is her 2B, and I think it's okay. I wish it's set up for combos. It kind of does, but like not that much. You know, you can't MP cancel off of it unless you use a conversion. And when you use a conversion, you're not getting much off of it. You know, you're getting like some trap situations, but that's about it. Not enough for me. So that's that. It needs to enable more combo situations and be used in combos more. I need there to be another off the ground for her, because the two options when you do her 4S, which is this right here, is to do a DP that does nothing for damage, by the way, or you have to jump and use the laser, from what I understand. I don't think there's anything else that you could do. And let me just make sure that this DP doesn't have anything else to it. No, I was thinking, man, maybe you could like mash on it to make it stronger. No, you can't. Okay, so this irritates me about the character. This is super inconsistent. You see how that got a little bit more damage? Well, sometimes it doesn't get a little bit more damage. Her 4M, like, he completely missed the bombs that landed on the ground. That's inconsistent. That's not good. You can't get this to work with anything else besides that bazooka, which I hate, because you can easily roll this attack. You can't use the bazooka for pressure, because guess what's going to happen? I'm going to show you right now. Oops. Alright, so... Oh, wait, I gotta have them actually... There we go. I need them to block. Okay. Well, at least from a far distance, sorry. That's trouble to me. Now, you have to be really close to them, okay? You have to be really close to them for that to actually be a string. And, which, you know, I guess you could say take it or leave it. But what I was going to go with was, you need this in order to make that combo. And I think that that's not a good thing. I think that this should combo off of the grenade. I think that it should combo off of the flamethrower. I don't know why you can't M cancel off the flamethrower. And her combos would open up a bit more if she could do that. And let me tell you something. I don't want Launcher to be like the combo maniac or anything. I just need for her to have some consistency, because this takes 50 MP and this takes 70. And her most consistent is that, you know? When you can have a little bit more. How much damage did I get with this? Okay, 237. And I got 295 there. That's like a decent amount of difference. But this comes out so slow, and it's not even a great anti-air. You know? It's like specifically meant for a combo tool. This move could activate faster. And I do wish that this wouldn't like make you fall out of combos as quickly as it does, because you can get into some stuff and they fall out of the combo. I don't know why. This is like a heavy attack. This is 2S, you know? I'm trying to think if there's anything else to mention with her. Yeah, I think that will fix the issues with her, personally. I don't think there's anything else I'd like to mention with her. You know, she has a good awakening. Let's go ahead and go to the awakening. Gauge settings, yes. Alright, so now let's make the opponent guard. Wow, look at how much that took. And white life. Now let's see about the 60. I'm sorry, the 6M. That takes a good amount of damage, you know, for blocking. And don't get me started on this. Oh, you know what? That's actually a good point. I'm going to talk about that a little bit. So, I think that this should come down faster because the only setups that I've known to work with it is something like this. And that's not very palpable. You know, it's a very strong attack. How much MP does this take? This takes 90 MP. It does like no damage. It does good guard stamina damage. But they could just roll after that, you know. I would be willing to go with a guard stamina damage nerf if this just came out faster, because it's good for getting other zoners to stop, you know, sitting in their spot. And if I could just do it and I could just fire at them and keep them from moving, that would be good. But as of right now, it's too slow. You can roll it. It's all bad. Again, I think she's an A- character, but she could use with a little bit of loving when it comes to some of these moves. And if you're asking why I want the flamethrower to have a hitbox, it's because there's a move on DFO where when you bring out your weapon, it actually hits the opponent. For the launcher, for the gunner class in general, it's something you unlock as a gunner, but it's really a launcher ability. So yeah, that would be another nice thing. Every time you bring out a weapon, it hits the opponent, so you have a more consistent combo. That would be cool. But that's all I got for this video. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think that launcher is fine? Do you think the buffs I mentioned are too much, or do you think that they're just right? Let me know in the comments.